Good morning and welcome to 59 Minutes. My name is Levi Kones. With me this morning to discuss political happenings of the week and everything in between. That is Pan-African Forum Chairman, Dr. David Matsanga. Good morning, sir.
Much for this show this Monday, 18th October, the year of our Lord 2021. Good morning, viewers across the world, across Africa, and in Kenya.
Good morning. Glad to hear you. I'm trying to get that volume up a bit. Let's just start with the issue of Kenya versus Somalia. And you're a Pan-African Forum Chairman, well-versed in matters to do with diplomacy and conflict resolution. This, when you saw the ruling that kind of gave us a new border, so to speak, what were your thoughts about it?
Levi, you are asking me as if you don't know that I'm one of those who actually exposed this problem. Until I went in 2019 is when the world started seeing exactly what it meant by having a serious discussion about the maritime border dispute between Somalia and Kenya. I want to tell you frankly and state categorically that you cannot file an application in a court where there is a Somali judge presiding over the matter. In 2014, this Somali judge presided over the matter. He continued after the Frenchman left. He went on. The case had already started in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
In a nutshell, if at 2014, if I was asked for advice as somebody who knows about international law and operations of international gymnastics, I would have said there. One, this court is the most dangerous court in the world. It was meant to give support to the superpowers, the powers to be. It was not meant for we younger nations. If you go there as a younger person, you spend a lot of money on very serious experts of international nature, and then you come back with nothing. We should not have with the documents that Kenya had in mind in their hands. They should have not gone to that court, even replied to that court. It could have made its decisions. I'm happy right now.
But like when countries have issues, like African countries, which other ways would we be able to resolve without going to the ICJ? What should have been the route?
1964 constitutive arrangement of Cairo by the African Union, or formerly the Organization of African Unity. One of the things embedded in that charter is let's not talk about the boundaries. Any matter regarding the boundaries in Africa should be brought back to the Constitutive Assembly arrangement of the African Union. Somalia did not, under the pressure of Norway, Turkey, and other countries that are interested in the oil blocks in India and the Ocean. They rushed, and with the help of the former Prime Minister, Hassan Harie, is one sole man responsible. And those some Kenyans who are here, who benefit from Kenya and undermine Kenya itself at the same time. They are here. They worked with the former Prime Minister Hassan Harie. They took that case. They are excited. They made money, and they called themselves Kenyans. Today, you find them over TV, over everything, over Facebook, over Twitter. claiming to be Kenyans. I'm a Kenyan. When you are undermining your own country, and you are even helping Somalia to take part of the country called Kenya, then you call yourself a Kenyan. I think some of these people, if it was the days of Roman Empire, they would be stoned.
Yeah, there seems to be an issue concerning that area that has got the natural oils and gases. I think that, from a layman's perspective, anyone looking at it can see that is, the bone of contention, really, who gets to control that part, because we have not been hearing of this case with the boundary before the discovery of the oil and gas there. Now, with this ruling, we had the president say that he would not even give an inch. What does that mean? Have we gone against the International Court of Justice in terms of their jurisdiction? There are talks about, I think I was reading about Somali, getting a foreign country, Turkey, to patrol their waters. Are we looking at an international crisis that would involve maybe us and other countries coming to, a real standoff?
Boss, I think you have been following a lot of my writings. One of the things that I always on, and why Matsanga beats the rest of these so-called lawyers of yours, internationally claiming to be they know law. I write and put my position and leave. People can disregard, but my facts are well written. I've warned the Secretary General of the United Nations very clearly that there will be a war in the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea and other affiliates of the waters that are bordering us. Definitely there will be a war. If you say Somalia is hiring, don't beat about the bush. Somalia is hiring Turkey to come and patrol the waters, the disputed place. Why is Turkey? Why are diplomats in Kenya? Why is the Foreign Office sitting watching Turkey doing maneuvers that are provocative to come? And are they bringing back the Ottoman Empire hangover that we Africans defeated for a long time? Are they bringing the Ottoman stupidity in the Indian Ocean again? This is what people should be called summoned. The Foreign Office should summon the ambassador of Turkey to explain why they are being hired as mercenaries to patrol the Indian Ocean. Already Kenya is on the border. Kenya is sitting on the border. You have to come and take Kenya away. You have to take them away. So that is a war. What do you think that it is? It is a war. Somalia has refused completely to talk about the issue. So what do you call it? Who can do? Kenya has tried. Uhuru Kenyatta has tried. Several times he has even flown to Mogadishu. Several times he has sent his foreign affairs minister. He has sent all the people in the foreign affairs to negotiate, to find a solution. But Somalia, as usual, they are never grateful. Even in London, where they are given asylum, they kill the people in London. But you have seen how they
African
you have
leaders,
seen how they killed, how one Somali man killed an MP, an innocent man. There's that behavior, mindset. They are never grateful. Would they not be grateful about Kenya, surely? Kenya has kept their children here. They swim in our swimming pools. They swim in everything here. They enjoy the hotels. They use this place to trade, to get more. They have built buildings. Nobody is harassing them. But they are never grateful. Let the people of Kenya know that the people that you are housing here, Kenya paid a lot of price. I am very bitter because Kenya paid a price for Somalia. It put a government in Nairobi. It paid the taxes. It paid the hotel bills for Somalia to stabilize. But what came up, Farimajo came to give Kenya mateke ya punda. He has just hit us because we new friends called the Ottoman Empire. and Qatar, who sponsors terrorism around the Indian Ocean in Cape Delgado, down in Mozambique. They are sponsors look for oil. Total Oil goes to look for oil. Qatar comes and then send in terrorists. I'm happy that Kagame taught them a lesson, wiped them out within 2 weeks. They are gone. So that is very good for, I give Kagame applause, because he went to Cape Delgado with 1,000 men, wiped out, got as a king. So we know all these things, and we should not be talking while looking down as Africans. We should talk. Kenyans should talk about their territory. They are entitled to talk about their territory. And we should not allow some of the Kenyans who are supporting their territory to be taken. Then what be? Look at that Somali judge, my brother. So if I did not judge exposed his clips to the registry of the court, I delivered all I Brussels, found out what he has been doing is corrupt, and he's a very bad in terms of morality. Then he said he's stepping down, but he remain an observer on the committee. If I had not done that, the guy was going to rule to block us. He was going to block Kenya to make Kenya a landlocked country. What type of people are these that you keep on helping every time? Every time they backstab you.
Let's ask this last question before we switch to local politics here. Yet, African leaders are fond of saying, we need to solve African problems in an African way, and we have said that in many fora. Why has this outrun them? Why the inability to be able to solve this as Africans without having to, involve anyone from outside this continent?
I've not heard that question.
I'm saying, African leaders like to say that we should solve our African problems our own way. We should have African solutions to African problems. And they say that, many international fora, you name them, whichever president, we always talk about how we can solve things as Africans. But this one has eluded us from solving it. Why is it that we don't seem to be able to get a grip of some of the issues that we can have as countries, and we are able to, to solve it?
First of all, let me tell you, Somalis don't consider themselves Africans. They consider themselves Arabs. They are more aligned to Arab Summit and Arab League than Africa. In fact, most of the countries are in the Horn of Africa, and Egypt, right, Asmara, Eritrea, some of them have more allegiance to Saudi Arabia and across the Gulf than they are to Africa. So when they look at the Africans of this side, they don't think AU matters. These matters are laid down in the constitutive arrangement. If you read the constitutive arrangement of the African Union, it tells you that borders should not be touched, because some of these countries, for example, if Italy switched countries, Jubaland was supposed to be a territory for Kenya. It should those details. You are going to mutilate Africa. You are going to bring Africa to pieces. You are going to change the whole face of Africa. You will bring a lot of wars. What is the intention behind Norway, Turkey, Qatar, countries that are very good in development across the world? What is the intention of bringing a conflict into the Indian Ocean? It is because they want to make Africa, keep Africa still stagnant at the stages where they give us handouts. There is no difference between a bottom-up policy of Ruto and Norway policy of handouts to Africa. You get my point? It is the same. They talk about handouts. They want to give us handouts until we give us wheelbarrows. Stay there. Don't drive a Mercedes Benz, but ride a wheelbarrow across to Africa. So Norway, Qatar, and Turkey are not developing Africa. They simply want to slow down the speed of development on the African continent. Just in your country, wheelbarrows will slow down the speed.
The topic of wheelbarrows, because let me just slide in there and get into, right now we are watching over the last 1 week or so, the discussion, political discussion has largely shifted to an economic discussion. We have seen, the bottom-up economic model, proponents and what they are proposing. We've also seen what Raila Odinga is also proposing in terms of, and there are those who are saying that that's also unsustainable. That it translates into a handout issue as well. If you're going to give people money, then we end up being like the Americans doing what they do, social welfare, really. And whether that would be something helpful in a country that actually needs more employment than anything else. What would you say in terms of that?
What employment will the wheelbarrows bring? What employment will the wheelbarrows bring? I'm asking you. Does a wheelbarrow bring you employment? How many people are employed by a wheelbarrow? Nyenye wa Kenya, jameni. Even men like you who have a master's degree, you are laughing at your own life. You have studied a master's degree, and you are talking of being employed by a wheelbarrow? Surely, in this country, Raila's proposal of 60,000 per vulnerable, English, family, vulnerable families that don't have money. They are in a data bank. The government knows there are people who don't have a meal in a day. Those are the people that the government is targeting. Those families, that 60,000 of Raila can make an upkeep while you are looking for employment. It is not just a matter of dishing out money. No, it is a full package, a model in the United States, a model in the United Kingdom. All of us in the United Kingdom, when I went as a refugee in the United Kingdom, I received a handout to keep me, to say, do you want to go to school? Do you want to go to work? What work do you want to do? I said I would go to school. First thing I did was to go to school. From 1987, I went to school. I started going back fresh to reach where I am today. I have the tools of analysis that I can sit on a national television without looking at certain documents, because Her Majesty's government helped me with the type of model that Raila Odinga is saying in Kenya. Economic models are not just invented. Economic models, economic models are brought on a basis of what we have, not on a basis of what you want, on a basis of what is on the ground. What is on the ground today in Kenya? You need people to be able to get employed. You need people to be facilitated to be able to eat in order to serve those are vulnerable. But if you come up with a model of saying you want to give 100 million per constituency, where are you going to take it when corruption has taken the money? Raila is telling you, after corruption is being fought, he will now give 6,000 shillings per family of those who need that money, while encouraging. So let me be frank on this television, tell you that Ruto's model is like Hitler's model of each Germany will have a Volkswagen. Do you remember that? Do you remember when Hitler was saying each German will have a Volkswagen. When did it collapsed? It collapsed.
What I was just saying,
It
Daktari,
didn't even take off.
Both sides talk about those economies that lift the poor man, that help the poor
Please,
man.
don't tell me about
which is okay.
Don't tell me about.
But we are still in the same country that
boss.
talks about losing 2 billion shillings daily to corruption. So one just wonders from a Limbat perspective, where is the money going to come from?
Which side loses
the money?
Are
these things just said to make people feel good during an election period, alafu, after elections?
Of course, elections. Elections are made to entice people. Pledges are there to entice people. Some of them become reality. Some of them become not doable. That
so
is a fact.
Wooing a girl.
We must accept that some of the things are not doable. But the question of 60,000 shillings per month per vulnerable family is doable. The question of 100 million per constituency with wheelbarrow politics, bottom up, is not doable in a society which is capitalistic like Kenya. Hiyo ambia mtu mwingine, ulisikia wapi? Ulisikia wapi? No, I am telling you. I have studied like a Ruto, to the level like a Ruto. Oh, he's studied much later. I studied more. I studied J.A. Bright, which he did not study in school.
And yet when that gospel is preached, I
am telling you, that one is not doable. Your member,
that gospel is
bottom
preached,
up. No, wait. Let me make my point. That one of bottom up is not doable. The government can come in already. We have already, it is unfortunate that some judges who are optimistic are making judgments against things like they made against digital and a digital platform against the other television was called what?
Analog.
What is it? The old one and the new one.
Yeah, the analog and the digital.
The old one is very good. Yes. Some of the judges are still there. In fact, for me, I'm the most worried man. I was thinking Maraga was the problem, but I have now discovered the whole the entire judiciary of Kenya.
Yeah, you said he had to go. Huh?
I've discovered the entire judiciary of Kenya.
But again,
yes, what are you saying?
Again, when we are looking at all these things,
I can't hear you.
We still have to keep an eye on the body that will arbitrate the electoral, results, the IEBC, and they are already showing signs that the calendar has a bit much for them in terms of the things they need to get right by then. Then there are also talks that considering what's happening that we were speaking earlier with us and Somalia, that there are some people who might want to use that to take the country to a war and postpone elections.
Take a country to war where? Did Uhuru Kenyatta tell Somalia to go to The Hague?
That it can be used as an opportunity then to do
No, answer me. Don't jump. Please don't jump. My dear brother, we are jumping now. Uhuru Kenyatta never told the Somalia to go and accuse Kenya in The Hague. Somalia took its own initiative through its own people and the funders, and they went to accuse Kenya over the border maritime dispute. Point number 2, the war in the Indian Ocean is coming, whether you like it or not. Because if you see Somalia hiring Turkey to come and patrol the Kenyan waters, it will spark a war. 3, the elections in Kenya are not yet. If I were a Kenyan, if I were the president of Republic of Kenya, I would not accept the way elections are being. The election is not one-day exercise. You see how many people are registering. Have you seen? Because the people don't have education. There is no voter education. It is not there. People have not being educated, what is the use of registering as a voter? There is apathy already. Therefore, in such a situation, why people are not yet, you are telling people to register when they are IDPs. They are still IDPs in Terrible. Am I wrong? Don't you have some people who lost houses and they see others cooking? People are cooking in their houses. Wewe amuka kabisa, wewe amuka. People are cooking in your house. And you used to have your house. Somebody has taken over your house. And you are telling people to go and register. Why don't you do a BBI and have a redemption first? Reconcile first. There are so many people in Nairobi who are suffering, who are sleeping in the boys' quarters. When the people are sleeping in their houses. And our jamaa nyenye mnakuja hapa mnasema register election, I want you select me, UDA, you give me vote. What? What is all this? What is all this?
That is, it's not them, that is constitutional, Daktari.
Constitutional, why are you not answering the question? You have answered the IDPs in Terrible. Is it yes or no? They are there. Why are people, you sleep, someone is sleeping in your house where you produce your children. He's cooking and you are not cooking. You are on the streets of Nairobi. You are in the streets of Kisii. You are in the streets of Bungoma. You pass there and you say that used to be my land. Now you call that reconciliation. You want to go in an election. That's why the election people are not turning up. People have given up. There's no hope to register. To do what? To register to come to be beaten. You are going to vote to be beaten. Election in Africa has become a menace. People, I don't know why Africans even go to elections. Is it worth it? Do people know what an election is in Africa? If I were not, I don't think Africa should find its own way of getting their people organized like China. There's no election in China. Have you seen a day for election in China? But are you not borrowing the money? The other day I saw you on SGR. On the way to Mombasa, I took a photograph of you with your family.
Yeah.
Yes, an investigative journalist like me, I took a photograph of you. You are enjoying.
I was on this.
But the money you are enjoying, the money you are enjoying came from China, who don't have MPs. They don't have parliament. They don't have election. Are they not functioning? Election in Africa is a day for us to be beaten the following day. It's for a day for people to be molested, killed, assassinated because of elections. No. Think again. Reconcile first. Look at BBI first. Look at the things. You would say BBI is gone, but now you are seeing the goodness of BBI. Are you seeing the goodness? You have seen what Ruto is saying to the president. He's calling the president Tapeli. What does that mean in Swahili? When you ambie wewe, what does it mean?
Tapeli.
Can you call your boss Tapeli? Is that respect? Where is the respect gone? Where is morality gone here? Can you reconcile with a person calling you names? We heard all of us on national TV. Didn't you hear, mister? No, didn't you hear that one?
I haven't seen that clip yet.
No, don't. Of course, you come from terrible.
I saw it on your social media pages.
No, not on me. I had it.
Yeah, and I saw what you said there.
Yes.
Now let me ask Daktari, because we only have about 4 minutes to go. I know you say the time to end, but no.
Please, when you bring me on this national TV, which is addressing your mom, who is listening to me, who respects me so much, I don't want you to duck under the table. You heard what the deputy. Yes, you heard what the deputy president. You heard what the deputy president said when he called his boss Tapeli.
Well, he didn't say, you know, they would say that he didn't refer to him by name. They'll say
Okay,
Wale,
all right,
Wale
let's
Matapeli.
leave
But
it.
you know now,
Wale matapeli ndio nani walifanya nini? Continue talking. Continue. I studied a lot of English and Swahili. Continue. Endelea. Alisema nini?
it's left to conjecture, like who decides who is being addressed at that moment in time.
Okay,
Anyway,
okay,
we
fine.
have 3 minutes, Daktari, before this thing drops out, and we have Mashujaa Day.
Let's leave it that way. You are not going to intimidate Uhuru Kenyatta. The same things that Uhuru Kenyatta is laying a foundation for is for anybody who will pass elections in 2022, whether Ruto or Raila, will have to continue to implement. Therefore, the deputy president should go slow on His Excellency the President, respect him, and give him respect until he finishes his tenure of office. I'm speaking as an African elder. I'm 65 years old. I'm older than Ruto by 10 to 15 years. Period. He cannot reach my age, whether now or tomorrow. I will go first. Even if it is before God, they will look for those who have age. I might look like this, but I was in school before them. So I understand respect is very important. Respect your people. Respect your leader. The president selected Ruto twice to be his deputy. He was not a bad man. But to be called those type of names, you annoy the supporters, the friends of the president, like me. I'm annoyed. I'm not I don't hate Ruto. I just like to see the deputy president, whether he wins the seat 2022, that is very good. If Raila wins, that is very good. What we are interested in is stability of Kenya, and then Uganda can have the better way of dealing with problems that we have.
Sorry. Well said, yes. Regardless of what happens, we better have a peaceful coexistence.
Yes, that's all. That's why my interest in this whole thing. I'm not against the deputy president. Ruto, I am the most. I
want us to cut off midstream. So
yes, I am the most hated man by his too much. But remember, I'm the only Ugandan who stood up to save him. He would have gone.
And you are.
Thank you.
Our link is about to expire. Thank you, Dr. David Matsanga. Happy Mashujaa Day to you. Wherever you'll be celebrating it, however you'll be doing it. And of course to you, dear viewer, thank you so much for tuning in. That's 59 minutes for today. God bless you and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And see you Tuesday.